Every decision you make towards your Lord has to be your decision, not mine, not anybody else's. You have to choose, and that choice must be from your heart. It can't be some, pressure decision. So you have to do what you have to do and work out your salvation. You have to do that, right? No human being has a right to make you choose anything concerning your Father. Your Father works in the realm of truth. Each individual must, by themselves and the Lord, choose according to the truth the Lord has given them. That's what you have to do. And that's what you've been doing, right? I can't induce a person to, or sit there and give my opinion. My opinion is useless. But when it comes to things like that, you must discover, based off the truth of what the Lord has given you, what is acceptable and what is not. You must align to the Lord according to what He has given you. You see how that works? That's called freedom. That's called liberty. And you have liberty to choose. I will never overstep the authority the Lord has. He's not exacted Himself. For example, the Lord does not choose for you. The Lord does not stop evil on the earth and all this, that, and the other. He didn't do that. He's allowing people to choose. Why? Because He's about to do something. He's given humanity a long period of time to mature, to have information available to everybody, to have the Word of God available should they choose to go into it, to build a relationship with the Messiah should they choose it, to be exposed to all types of knowledge. He's given that liberty. For the most part, people have made their choice. I'll give you an example. In politics, God has also given them a choice. They choose to continue to fight each other. And because of that, I'll tell you this, one more time, a period of grace is given. And then the house will be uprooted in a very painful way. If they don't choose what's right, if they don't choose humanity, they will be uprooted. And that will be that. That's our Father. Just like when He pleads with other nations. What you see in the Middle East has already been prophesied, it's been laid out piece by piece. If people continue to choose prideful things like being right, they will be uprooted. How is that going to happen? He's going to give them over to a dark system. No one will be able to stop it. You will see people drawn to darkness and you will have no power to stop it. And when they're drawn fully into darkness, and when they're clumped together, and when they sing victory and have their chance, they're going to be uprooted forever. So get ready for that. Get ready for that. Also, if you've been looking at the schedule in the last hour or so, there's a serious matter I'll be talking about. Some people have suspected one of the telltale components that I believe everybody should know about. It's called Jupiter. The Father didn't make a mistake in putting all those planets out there. Yes, men like to discover various facts about them, but they are indicators of much larger things. Jupiter is an indicator luminary that will always indicate what's next for us. I'll give you a mystery. You ready? Mystery. How many of you think Jupiter is heated from the inside out? We're talking Jupiter itself. You think it's heated from the inside out or the outside in? Somebody said, how would we know? Through NASA, JPL, all these space agencies that you get your weather, your volcanic data from, earthquake data from, all those places that we don't trust. I'm being sarcastic with that because that's what we do. We say we don't trust NASA, JPL, right? The government, all these different places, but that's where we get the information from for earthquakes. Anyway, what do you guys think the internal temperature of Jupiter is compared to the outside? What's hotter, the outside or the inside? When you have the upper atmosphere, right, around 1,000 degrees Celsius, 1,000 plus degrees Celsius, what do you think the inside is? Anybody, you think it's hotter, right? Does that even make sense? How can something heat itself from the outside in? That's weird. Wouldn't you say that doesn't work out at all? Doesn't. Is anything like that? No, most things are heated from the inside out. The sun is hotter on the inside than on the outside. The earth is hotter on the inside than on the outside. Mars is hotter on the inside than all planets are hotter on the inside than on the outside, right? What about Jupiter? Is Jupiter hotter on the inside or on the outside? You know what the answer is? The answer is Jupiter is a little cooler. Just a tiny bit cooler on the inside. Not much, just a little bit cooler. So that doesn't constitute anything. The further you go down, the cooler it gets. Except for one spot. Do you guys know the hottest spot of Jupiter? It is hotter than anything anybody could ever imagine. Take a wild guess. Your Father always makes the truth visible if you just look at it again. But you can't listen to propaganda. You can't be biased. You can't have your pride hurt. Did you know that the spot of Jupiter is feeding all the heat for Jupiter? The spot is not the core of Jupiter, but the great red spot is feeding the heat of that entire planet. Did you know that? That's a fact. It's not, dreamland, fantasy. That's a fact. And that's just with Jupiter. Imagine the secrets the other planets hold in truth. But why would Jupiter be like that? What in the world could be happening? Is that simply a storm? No, it is not. We're going to cover things like that. We'll do that Friday. Jupiter is an indicator. I know people have heard lots of stories about Jupiter. You guys know I believe we live in a binary system. Not 3, not 4, not 5, just 2. I believe that. I do believe that. I also believe that even though we live in a binary system, it does not mean a second perturber is not out there, and it's not Jupiter. Jupiter is being affected by something. Jupiter is going to give us the first indication by way of its light. Jupiter is going to light up like a light bulb. That will be our indication. A while back, they found something lurking outside of our solar system. It's been in a place that they have looked 1,000 times before. They couldn't see it. They have looked at the same spot time and time again. They couldn't see anything. There was no reading of anything special in that area. Then one day, by accident, they found something by accident. Something so devastating that it has power to destroy everything. And they found it by accident. It had no signature whatsoever, and they found it by accident. You know what they found? You guys know what they found? They published this. What was that? They published this not too many years ago, but it kind of went under the radar. A black hole. They found a real black hole right outside of us, just out there, doing something. They did. So they studied that black hole and the properties and found that it was a very strange black hole. Very odd one. You know, they're still looking at that black hole. Do you know that? They're quite worried about that black hole. Do you know that? Because we live in a binary system, I do believe, we have a second system coming very close to our system. This will undo the nature of what people call reality. But we also have that black hole to contend with. And whatever garbage it will draw into itself. Do you guys know that a strange fact? Most of the Earth's population lives within 10 miles of the ocean. Do you guys know that? Most of humanity lives within 10 miles of the ocean. You guys do know that, right? Do you know what would happen if anything ever came close enough to our sun? One of the first telltale signs would be gravitational changes. Those gravitational changes would take effect on our moon, as is happening now, because our tidal pool would change. It would weaken and strengthen. In effect, it would cause coastal flooding all around the globe every day. And because most people live in coastal cities, that would be a lot of people who would be in trouble. As it turns out, to destroy a great portion of this earth is only to take out the coastal cities. That's it. You don't have to go inland. You don't. Because gravitational changes would surely release some of these already broken ice sheets. We would have a water problem. When the tide would come in, it would wipe out coastal cities and the people with it. It wouldn't kill everybody. But again, most of the populace of this earth lives within 10 miles. 10 miles of the ocean. That's a very strange fact. Nevertheless, it's a fact. It is a fact. Jupiter, again, is going to signal this change. But there won't be anything after that. Unfortunately, people will see that and likely take pictures because no one's going to tell them what comes next. One thing people, they hear the stories of something out there. They do. They have read the ancient stories of something that came in. Yes, they have. But have people taken that under consideration as being truth? Because if they did, they would be doing everything they could now. They would understand that life is precious and time is waning.
This has been the Confidential Report. For even more stories like this one, make sure to subscribe to our channel today. And please show your support by clicking the like button on this video. For even more stories and news you deserve to know the truth about, follow us on Facebook and Twitter. Thank you for watching the Confidential Report.